All right, guys. So right now we're about to get into the devotional. I just want to take a second and let you guys enjoy this. So I didn't want to talk while that was cooking. So what that's a T-bone steak, and I'm going to I'm done cooking it, and what I'm doing now is making homemade steak quesadillas for my wife and me. So give me a second to finish grating everything up and let the steak rest, and then we'll jump into that day devotion. All right, so this is all we got left for my steak, T-bone steak, and this is what's left for my steak quesadilla. That's sour cream and hot sauce mixed together, and then bell peppers, onions, cheese, all the good stuff on the quesadilla. So, with that being said, guys, we're finna jump into this day devotion so I can finish eating and get myself situated for the night. So, welcome to JT's Vending Services LLC's YouTube channel. Thank you guys for rocking with me tonight. It's been a long evening. It's a Mr. Softy ice cream truck that rides around our neighborhood on Thursdays and Fridays. And every Thursday, without fail, that bell rings. My daughter hears it. My son hears it. Oh, Daddy, we some ice cream. And I'm gullible. Oh, gee, all right, whatever, sure. But I enjoy it. It's a good feeling for them. They hear that ice cream truck, and I don't know, it's nostalgic. Just we get to talk to people. Yeah, we get to talk. My wife gets to talk to people outside, all that stuff. So anyway, let's get into this day devotional so I can get back on this steak quesadilla. This thing is off the chain though. So today's day devotional is entitled, "Is There a Doctor in the House?" Then Levi gave him a great feast in his own house, and there were a great number of tax collectors and others who sat down with him. And their scribes and the Pharisees complained against his disciples, saying, "Why do you eat and drink with tax collectors and sinners?" Jesus answered and said to them, "Those who are well have no need of a physician, but those who are sick. I have not come to call the righteous, but sinners to repentance." Luke chapter 5, verse 29 through 32. As a tax collector, Levi was a despised collaborator with the Romans. His only friends were other tax collectors and the outcasts of society, essentially sinners. Jesus' association with them outraged the religious elite. That he called Levi to follow him, verse 27-28, was simply beyond their beliefs. But in the eyes of Jesus, all people are sick with the disease of sin, and therefore all are in need of healing. Imagine a doctor in a town where everyone has the same disease, but only a handful come to his clinic. The rest claim to be healthy because they deny the symptoms. The doctor can only wait till they acknowledge their situation and seek his help. Hypocrisy blinds many, but the good news is there's a doctor in the house. Great physician, I have given myself to your care. Heal me completely that I may bring the sick and dying into your care as well. May God add a blessing to the hearers and the doers of his word. I hope you guys have a blessed night. Tomorrow's Friday. I know for some of you guys it's payday. Remember to stick to your budgets. Friday, don't get some money and try to think about what you can buy, the things you can spend it on. Put some money up for later. 25 to 50 bucks. Put something up. If you don't have a budget, get with us, email us, text us. We can help you set a budget. If you don't know what to do to put your money up, contact us. We can guide you. But money speaks it's a simple phrase, and money simply tells us that if you save me now, I will save you much later. But if you spend all your money trying to buy the newest phone, the newest gadget, the newest shoes, the newest stupid trend, you're going to be broke. And you're going to continue to live paycheck to paycheck. You're going to teach that habit to your children. And more than likely, you're going to continue that cycle of generational poverty because you nor anyone else in your generation decided to break that cycle. So do better with your finances, guys. I know it's hard, but it's hard being poor and broke. And it's also hard having money. So you got to choose your hard. But once you choose your hard, you cannot complain about others not making the same choice. And what I mean by that, black people, you know what I mean. If you see someone that looks like you, grew up in the same poor neighborhood you, black just like you, and they decide instead of to go out party, drinking, smoking, doing drugs and running around, they want to work hard, save their money and budget, and you spend all your money. And when they get out the hood, you mad and calling them a sellout and telling them they're acting white because they lived on a budget and they didn't want to live in the hood. So they worked hard financially to get out. So a lot of times you see within black families, within friends, close friends, they will pull each other down just so you could, it's the crab in the bucket mentality. Now, a lot of black people that'll pull each other down just to say, hi, you down here with us. Instead of trying to help uplift someone else, they want you to be like them. Those are miserable people, because you have to realize that hurt people, and they'll keep doing that same thing. And it really don't matter the color, because there's white people, black people, orange people, Mexican people, whatever, all kind of people. Humans typically don't like to see others do better because it reminds them of the discipline that they didn't have, or the sacrifices or the intentionality that they didn't have. And people, that's where jealousy comes from. Oh, he did this. Yes, because he worked hard. So set a budget, stick to it, stop eating out so much. That's what get a lot of people. And, you know, plan for your family. If you have kids, do better financially for them. If you say, oh, I die for my kids, but will you be a wealth for your kids? You dying won't help them. Building wealth, generational wealth, will change their life. Have a blessed night. Be safe. I love you. Au revoir. A bientôt. A la prochaine.
21 days, we want you to keep your mind on what you want and keep it off of what you don't want. Keep your conversation on what you want. Keep your conversation off of what you don't want. Keep your dreams, your imagination, your thoughts, your feelings, everything in your environment consistent with what you desire, and keep it off of what you don't want. Now, why do we pick 21 days? Well, a very good reason. It takes 21 days for a chicken that has a brain the size of a pea to sit patiently, calmly, faithfully on an egg to hatch the egg. Now, we feel that if a chicken with a little brain like that can sit on an egg for 21 days without seeing any change, just in faith, for 21 days it can sit there on that egg, then we could probably ask adults who have brains that are the size of 3 pounds, that have 12 to 20 billion cells, and have the capacity to remember and retain all the knowledge known to man, if their brain could be tapped, we ask them to keep at it for 21 days. If you will go on a positive mental attitude diet for 21 days, keep your mind on it, the goal is to become what we call a purely positive person.